The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 65. You get the NASDAQ flat. S&Ps are up 2. We have the gold contract down $5.50, trading at $11.80. Silver's off 21 cents at $16.63. You have platinum down $7.50 at $9.71. Copper's flat, $2.61. That's after having a big day yesterday. Copper went up 8 cents yesterday. Light sweet crude up 52 cents right now, trading at $51.35 a barrel. We get crude numbers out 10:30 this morning.
You got it.
That's going to throw a little volatility in that market. Notes, 10-year note down 3 ticks, 124.21. 30-year bond off 4 ticks, 152.13. The notes and bonds, folks, just are rejecting lower price. They refuse to go lower. So my take on that is that this market wants to go lower. We'll see how this shakes out as we go through this trading day today. King dollar. King dollar's up 729 ticks, 102.725. You get the euro at 104. The yen's trading at 116.72. And we have the first press conference of President-elect at 11 o'clock this morning.
We'll see what happens.
11 o'clock this morning. Get your trades out there, folks, because guess what? Bottom line is that we're going to find out whether we're going to get volatility, not volatility, and all of the above. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Now, don't forget, folks, every trading day right here at TFNN, swim lessons, sponsored by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Kevin Hinks, Scott Connor, they have an outstanding show. We're going to be coming up to earnings. Bottom line is that you're going to see a lot of good strategies. Whether you're bullish or bearish, they're going to explain the strategies for you, and you can take your pick on it. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. How's everybody doing?
I'm
Morning,
doing
Kevin.
great, man. I can't wait till 11 o'clock, man.
You know, we got this trading week, which has started off a little bit muted, frankly, is going to start picking up a little pace here from here on till the end of the week. That's for sure. We're going to get the oil numbers coming out in a few minutes here. We got Rex Tillerson talking right now in his confirmation hearings. We've got Donald Trump giving his first press conference, which, frankly, I think that could move the market. And then you've got, which I think really – you can say what you want. The networks say whatever they want about the first official day of earnings and Alcoa and all that.
Yes.
This first Friday when the banks come out, that's when this earnings season kicks off, in my opinion. When you get four banks coming out, especially in this environment. Friday's going to be a big day in this market.
Yeah,
right?
Tommy and I were pulling up those banks yesterday, man. I just hadn't remembered that many banks coming out on Friday, period. It's like, whoa, okay, man. We get some action here this Friday.
Right. Normally the strongest day of the week is Thursday for earnings, right? And in that Tuesday to Thursday window.
Yeah.
But yeah, for Friday, that's a little bit. I think it's a big day Friday.
No,
it's gonna be fun to see. And I think today's press conference, you're not. Off base there. I think this is a big press conference. Much like, remember, futures were down 5% the night of the election, and he spoke and was presidential and calming, and the market flew.
Right.
So I think that's what this market wants to see again. They want to see the temperament and the tone of this press conference because he hasn't had one in quite a while. So I think it'll be I think this will be must-see TV. That's for sure.
No, and the reality is inside the marketplace is that it seems like every presidential term, whenever presidents really do talk, they don't move markets all the time, but the markets are waiting for them. I think markets always want something to move on anyway. You know what I mean?
I remember, Tom, here's a little flashback for you. I have vivid memories of the 90s and Bill Clinton coming on midday and speaking, and the market would always tank when he was speaking. And we'd be like, you'd buy a dip or something, you'd be like, okay, stop talking. You'd be yelling at the TV screen
right.
up on the board for him to stop talking so the market would settle down. I have vivid memories of that happening. So, president speaking will move markets, absolutely.
Yeah.
This one, maybe more than others even.
No doubt. And the real question is going to be, folks, which way? That's where it comes down. Or both ways. That's the other side of it, right?
Right. It could. Yeah. I mean, you could have 1 minute candles like an earnings event or like a payrolls event or something like, a WASI number in the grains. You could have 1 minute candles when he says something kind of like that. It'll be interesting to see, but this is our first one. So
I know.
I think that's why these markets are just kind of, tiptoeing along here.
No doubt.
We'll see.
So
it'll be fun to watch.
What are we going to talk about in the swim lessons today, Kevin?
Probabilities.
Okay.
We're going to do work on probabilities and strike selection.
Nice.
So, the basis for everything we do, right? I mean, how many times when we talk to customers and we talk to, questions in our chat rooms, we're like, well, what strike? Why did you pick that strike?
Yes.
Right? Well, I'll show you why we picked that strike. I'll show you what helps us with that decision-making process and why. So there it is. If there's a test, we have the answers to the test today.
That's a beautiful thing. And listen, folks, it's totally, man. And, what is so cool, folks, okay, you got to remember something. In the option market, of course, you get monthlies, but you got weeklies. You have, 11 o'clock in the morning. Well, guess what? Check out noontime right here because there's going to be action in this marketplace. Kevin, you have
probabilities and strike selection, guys.
Totally. Have a great one. Have a safe one. We look forward to the show.
Always a pleasure, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's up 63. NASDAQ is up 1.5. S&P's up 2. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. So Dow right now is up 56. You get the NASDAQ flat. S&Ps are up 1. Let's go take a look inside the Dow Industrials and see what is moving that up slightly out here this morning. So you have Merck is up 4.5%. Big Mac is up 0.7. Goldman's up 0.6. Taken away from it, Verizon's down 0.4. Nothing heavy. Johnson & Johnson's off 0.3. Inside the NDX 100, what we have is Intuitive Surgical is up 2.9%. You got Walgreens up 2.6. Monster Beverage is up 1.8, and you got Western Digital up 1.8. Now, taken away from it, Alexa Pharmaceutical is Alexin is down 2.3. You got Dentist Supply off 1.5. Mattel is down 1.5, and you get NetEase down 1.3. Oil numbers. So we get oil numbers. Let's take. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can bring up the Nadex platform. They'll put $25,000 paper money into your account. You can go along with us and take a look at these defined option contracts.
So you're ready for the day, I see.
I'm ready for the day. Yeah, I bought the euro last night.
Oh, is that why there's no market?
Yeah.
Okay. That's unfortunate. Sorry.
Yeah, and it wasn't the end of the world. It was,
but
it was one of these that was below the box to start with.
Okay.
And that's where defined risk makes a big difference, man.
Yeah,
There's
so
no
it's
doubt
a low
about
probability trade in terms of, if you're completely out of the box, you're paying everything in premium, so it's a low risk, low probability trade with a high reward if it comes in.
Right.
So yeah.
And then the second one, I sold the NASDAQ this morning. Now, the NASDAQ this morning, this was, we talk about the different spreads. This was the 80-point spread. I sold it exactly in the middle.
Okay.
Exactly in the middle. Because I'm...
Yeah.
And I didn't pay I might have paid one tick, which was so cool in premium. So this is just like trading the future.
I wouldn't even go there. Maybe the only thing you're paying there is really the spread to put things in perspective, because when there's an absolutely equal risk to the upside and the downside, that's where premium doesn't get assigned. You're paying the premium for the ability to risk less than your potential profit.
Right.
If you're in right here at 50.30 is your price you got in, 49.90 to 50.70, square up 40 points right in the middle of an 80-point spread. So yeah, you'd be risking 400 per contract.
Yeah.
For 400 loss. So that's why there's no premium at all. That's the exact. That's actually that's the one price to the 10th that there would be no premium.
Well,
I wouldn't even be saying that if you were in at 50.30.1 or 50.29.9.
It cracked me up when I was doing it. I said, look at this. It's exactly right in the middle.
So to put things in, 8.10 we're looking at.
Yeah.
And so just to, I don't even have to look at the chart. You just know it. There it is.
Right.
8.15, 8.10, we're right at 50.30.
Right.
Yeah. So you're short. Well, you got a long time, and we got a lot of action today.
We got a lot of action today, there's no doubt.
Okay, so let's jump around to the wonderful world of crude oil. We're jumping into crude commodity spreads, right?
Yeah.
Crude oil. We got the numbers coming out at 10:30. First ones we usually take a look at are the 11s.
Yeah.
We got oil trading at 51.45. And it looks like our best chance is going to be where we're going to have 51.25.
Okay.
Can be our ceiling and our floor. That's not bad.
No,
Only
it's
20
not.
cents off. So let's take a quick look at the one to the downside and to the upside. So again, indicative index, crude oil, we're looking at the February contract, excuse me. This is January 11th. And we're at about 51.43. So this is, again, 51.25 to the downside, $1.50 to 49.75, 51.25 to the upside, 50.275. So we'd be buying the one that's long, right?
Yeah.
Now, this one is the one that's going to have intrinsic value, right? So it's going to be more expensive because we have almost 20 cents in actual value.
Right.
And this is the one that would be selling, and it's going to have no value because it needs to drop about 20 cents before we have any value.
Yes.
And looking at them real quick, so that's going to be the cheap one. That's going to be the one that's about $20 more because that's the $20 in value.
So I need 50 cents of movement.
You need 50 cents of movement. Now again, just to real quickly though, you need 50 cents of movement from 51.25 though.
Right.
Which is 20 cents away. So if you actually want to break even to the downside, you need 70 cents of movement. If you want to break even to the upside, you need 30 cents of movement. And this is where there's a little bit of directional bias in this, you know? And so you just want to be aware. If you're trading both sides, it's still a decent trade. In terms of, it's pretty close. But yeah, so there are all the parameters. You want to take a look at...
I do. Let's go take a look. So oil had a monster move yesterday. It's getting, let's see, where are we? Right there. And, that's March. We're in February, aren't we?
In the Nadex contract, the active contract is the February contract.
But,
yes.
Let me just look at
Yeah, no, and they're going to be pretty similar, but it's especially important if you're ever looking at price.
Right. Okay, so
just to put things in quick perspective, because right now this is trading at 52.25. Now, is this a delayed one we're looking at? Do you know?
It is.
Okay, so it may be at 51.40, but so the contract that we were looking at in Nadex is at 51.45. So you can see, you just want to be careful if you have this number in your head, right? 52.25, just to put it, where this is definitely trading away from it. Now they're going to move pretty close in tandem.
Now let me look at it on the
Nadex or Bloomberg?
No, Nadex is good. On the long bias there.
Yes. So the long bias, we're going 51.25 to 52.75. Yep.
And that's where I only need 30 cents, huh?
Well, yes, because
which is good.
Because if you look at it right now, if this expires where it is, you would gain 20 cents in equity. So your break even is going to be you need 50 cents because you need $50 for the combined cost of both of these.
Okay.
And in order to get $50, you're going to need to expire at 51.75 to the top side, which is 30 cents higher. Exactly.
Okay. So I looking at that chart, looks to me like, let's see, 50 cents, 25. Yeah, this one here could.
That's about.
That can go to
50 cents. That's about 60 cents. Where you're 50. I'm just looking at the crosshair going across. 60 cents to the upside.
That's pretty good. I only need 30 to break even. Yeah. So let's do a couple of those.
Okay. Let's take a peek. All right, so again, we're buying the one to the upside, right?
Right.
Let's recalibrate to make sure we're same. We're selling the one to the downside.
Yep.
Get a couple contracts, buy it. A couple contracts, sell it.
All right.
And just to make sure you're going to the open positions, especially when you're doing these multi-leg contracts, you really want to make sure that you don't get executed on one side. Maybe the market just moves quickly, you miss the other side, and then you have a directional trade, and you think that you're playing volatility.
Right.
So always check those. They have the working orders down here. They have the open positions down here. So if it's not in the open positions, it would just be sitting right here in the working order. You can always edit it, maybe add a penny or something like that. But yeah, so we're all set. And what time is it? We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes till action, man.
We're really all set today. That's 4 minutes.
And we got 34 minutes until the expiration of these contracts. Again, 11 a.m., right? 11 a.m., both of them. Let's see what happens.
And so what I'm looking for here, folks, is that, you're up 60 cents right now in this contract, and it looks to me like this thing can pop probably another 75 cents up.
We got a 3-minute break. Right when we come back,
it's a beautiful
those
thing.
Numbers break.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow is up 65. NASDAQ is up 2. SPs are up 2.5. We'll be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's see. Crude inventories rose 4.1 million barrels. EIA.
Look at that estimate. You see it? It was only 1.5 million. So there's a lot more. So that means, before we jump to it, oil should be tanking.
Okay.
And let's pull up the chart.
One of them's in the money. I just don't know which one I'm looking at.
Should be the downside. Yeah, this is where, that's why you want to get used to this stuff. Like, you should know that oil should be tanking. Just, you know what I'm saying, as the people trade this. And, man, so 51.25 right here was our point. So to the downside, you're looking at 50.75. Now, again, downside, you needed more movement, right?
I know.
But fortunately, we're getting some good movement. So the downside ones with all the value, and we'll see what happens. But let's just pull this over real quick as we're seeing these numbers come up. So yeah, we had crude oil inventories, which is the top line number everyone's looking at, 4 million barrel rise. Distillate inventories rose 8 million. Gas inventories rose 5 million. Instant drop as inventories rise 4 million barrels. Products inventories jump as well. 17 million barrels among oil, gasoline, and distillates.
Big number.
Yeah, build up absolutely across the board with all of them, because we've seen in previous weeks, right, where there's been like a crude surplus and then gas drop, a distillate drop. There was some difference, but they all have a build up this week. This isn't good. This isn't good at all for the bulls, which we're really expecting a change of tone this week. The rebalancing isn't there. More work for OPEC, and that's their chief energy correspondent from Bloomberg, so that's his take on things. But we'll see what happens. So what would you look, are you thinking about managing this at all, maybe? Or I'm just curious what you're...
Yeah, so 50, you're at 51, you're at 51 right now.
You're at 51 right on the dot. So the one with value right now is the one to the downside. And realistically, it's pretty close to just oscillating right around the price at this point.
Right.
But that's a pretty big build-up. You can minimize
that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
Good.
Yeah.
Bring up Bloomberg like you're gonna do it. Just go down and select the top one. Yeah.
Okay, so let me go into the USO first, because I know that has volume for me. So the USO is flat. That's going to try to take out the lows right now of 1107. It has the volume. Let's see where that shakes out. The certainly not rocking the market, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it'll probably rock the oil market a little bit, but the general market has a lot more on their plate today, I think.
It does.
As people, before they just shove all their chips in one way or the other, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt. So at 50, it's oscillating around this 50.87 to 50.90.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, no, we got, you got 27 minutes until expiration, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in reality, that's a lot of trading right after news like that.
oh, it
breaks.
is.
Yeah.
There's no doubt
As we
about
know,
it.
right.
If we take a look at the XLE out here is flat. Now, the XLE has come down the last 2 days, and it would need more volume to break into. It's coming into its breakout area. So this is going to be an important area for the XLE, which is we're at 74.17. The 73.29 is crucial. We'll see where. I'll see how that hits the number. Exxon Mobil bottom line can't get higher price. Wants lower price. So that little baby looks like it's building a cause for lower price. If we go over to the ES for a second, and we take a look at the E-minis. Okay, so you're up 275. You're into the downdraft from 1 o'clock yesterday. Hey, I guess we'll see where this whole thing's going to shake out. Let's go back to this just for a second.
Sure, just gonna, yeah, right there. Yeah.
So 50.96. So
this is our spread with value in it again to the downside. So you have two contracts. If you want, you could put a bid somewhere.
Now I'm going to let this play out, particularly because this is hammering the lows of this morning.
Sure.
And, I don't have the volume in front of me because, bottom line
For oil,
is it's a
the
late quote, yeah. But I like how that's hammering it, and then I also like how we're coming up to 11 o'clock anyway. So it's like, okay, we got lots of oil around here. We'll see where this whole thing shakes out. And in order for this one, though, in order for me to break even, I got to get this thing down to that's 70 cents from where I put it on, right?
It is. And again,
Right.
I like to stay focused on our focus.
The 51.25?
Yeah, so
okay.
it's 50 cents from that point. So,
so
it's
that's
very
easier.
easy. 50.75.
Okay.
50.75. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We've never hit.
Let's see.
Well, we hit 50.74 or something, right?
Am I looking at the right bar? Yeah, I was on the wrong bar. We hit it to the penny, actually. 50.75 is the low of that bar. Yeah.
Okay. Not the end of the world.
No.
877-927-6648. Here goes the Dow. Let's take a look. Dow Industrials right now, that is up $80. And, well, you know what? It hasn't even hit the high yesterday yet. Yesterday, 19,957. So that would be up. Over $100. Inside if we take a look at the 3Qs, 3Qs out here are trading up 23 cents. You're at 122.82. 122.97 was the high of yesterday. Now, our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, he's going to be doing Trade of the Year, right?
He sure is, man. Tomorrow night, time is of the essence when you got a Trade of the Year hanging in the balance.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah, he is going to be doing a workshop tomorrow night, Trade of the Year, for subscribers to Fibonacci 24/7, as well as you can just come over and sign up just for the workshop. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, right after Andy Hecht. You can sign up for Fibonacci 24/7. You get a month of that, and you'll gain access, or you can just sign up for the workshop for $79. And he's going to be covering his Trade of the Year. He's also going to break down tomorrow night being a full moon, talking about that, which is pretty cool. And then a little bit about the 135 pattern workshop, which he did, kind of revisiting and updating some stuff that he was talking about in there.
Okay.
And he's just going to be breaking down the full methodology, the charts, the analysis, how he came to it.
Nice.
Yeah. And his quote if he were to rank this on a scale of 1 to 10, it would be a 10, hands down.
I like it.
So I'll be
well,
watching.
you know, when I first met Larry, and he was on here, he had done a few trades a year. It's been that long.
That's it, yeah. And, you know, we're chatting. He's done 15 of them. I don't think he maybe did a recent one last year.
He hasn't done one for like 5 or 6 years, maybe that long.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not sure of that. But and 11 of 15 were winners and no substantial losses. So he really likes to set up the risk reward in those things. That's what makes it, you know, so attractive, of course. And I think he's even going to be on your program today to kind of talk about a little bit, maybe tomorrow to give it a little bit of a discussion. And then he'll be rocking and rolling tomorrow night, 30 hours about from right now.
30 hours.
You know, time flies.
The countdown's
on.
It's a beautiful thing. So check it out, folks, right in the front page of TFNN. You have the Dow Industrials right now up 85. You get the Nasdaq up 9. S&Ps are up 3.5. 877-927-6648. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow up 105. You get the Nasdaq up 10. S&Ps are up 4.5. And so check this out. This is pretty intriguing. A lot of you traders are going to like hear it. Well, we'll see where this shakes out, but this is pretty intense. So the headline out here is long shot hedge funds are ditching the shots to focus on longs. What happens when you take the shot out of a long shot trading strategy? Some hedge funds are about to find out. Equity long-shot fund managers, the biggest category in hedge funds, hold the fewest bearish stock bets on record, data compiled by Credit Suisse Group AG show. The shift reflects their dismal performance in 2016 when the S&P 500 advanced 9.5%. As the long-shot managers tracked, the Credit Suisse fell 4.3%.
Yeah, just tracked by them. The long-short managers that were tracked lost 4.3%, essentially.
Right, their worst year since 2011.
Well, it's tough when you're trying to play both sides and the market's just a skyrocket.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so that's,
exactly.
But it is intriguing in terms of with the market continuing to rally, many hedge funds have decided to toss the short side and stick with the long side. That's a fail-proof plan, right? I mean, the market's at highs. Who would be shorting? Everyone should just be buying. My sarcasm.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I was happy when I just saw that come across. There's no doubt, because as a contrarian type of view, it's like, okay, that's what it takes for the markets to go down too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Investors have spent the new year grappling with evidence that stocks may have to run too far. Traders added $1.7 trillion in market value to U.S. equities since the election. Meanwhile, the S&P, I mean, it's just been a staggering run up, really, since the last 2 months. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 wandered into overbought range for 5 straight trading days in December, talking about relative strength. But as money managers increasingly focus on long store positions, they could help carry the rally further.
Yep.
Nothing ever gets overextended, though. We'll be fine.
Well, it's wild, is it? And what does happen, folks, is that...
Oh, man, what's going on here? Look at
this.
So here's what's interesting, right? Here's what's interesting. I was thinking, so this is great. So 51.25 is the only point we're ever thinking about. That's what makes this easy.
Okay.
51.75 becomes your break even to the upside.
Okay. This is crazy.
Yeah. And look, I mean, what a spike. And maybe Tillerson's saying some stuff right now. You got, the next Secretary of State, who's the CEO of ExxonMobil. We're looking at crude oil. There's definitely things, there's a million things going on today. So you were a little bit bullish going into this trade, right? So you needed 70 cents to the downside to break even.
Right.
You needed 30 cents to the upside. One thing you could have possibly considered is maybe saying, okay, if it goes to the downside, maybe I'll just put in an order to take my money back.
Okay.
Because realistically, I don't see a massive profit to the downside. If I get the full 70 cents, I'll kind of just be happy to cover my bets, not lose anything.
Right.
And, we'll see. Maybe you could take one contract. And it is interesting that it came literally to the penny to 50.75. And then it did. And because this was so close and it was so quick, but it's remarkable, it is. Which is stuff to consider, as we always talk about. You can always exit one side. And if you have enough time to leave yourself maybe the potential for a free roll on the other. And that would be, you wouldn't just be closing it out to break even. You'd close it out to break even hoping and knowing that over the time you would get that reversal, maybe if you're bullish, if you're just for people to consider out there as they look at these types of trades. But man,
that is bizarre.
Don't take your eyes off the charts for too long, man.
No.
So we will close the negative one now, right? And we will take a look at the positive one, just to take a peek. And of course, it's going to be oscillating pretty much, give or take, right around where it's trading at. But yeah, quite a move, man. We'll see what happens. So right now, you're looking at about almost 40 cents, and you have 50 cents in there. And you have a full 13 minutes and 30 seconds left, which...
That's, in this market today...
Looking at this chart...
That's a big number.
I mean, that's a big number.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
That is,
that is wild.
That is.
Oh. And so, that just can be a setup, too, folks, as to what type of volatility we're going to be having in this market, because I'd love to... Here, let's see if I can find out what just moved that thing. I mean, that's like intense. Let's see. So if we see...
Go ahead. Yeah, maybe the live feed.
Top live, yeah. CLG7. CLG7 commodity.
News. See it.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just going to scroll a little bit to see what... Yeah, it doesn't...
They just start buying it.
I mean, there is a lot in here. It's tough to break down live because they talk about demand numbers in here. gross input for refineries. You're talking about processing, how much they're processing. You're talking about exports. You're talking about the WTI Brent differential.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a field day for people who actually have a fundamental grasp of what's going on in this market in terms of how much energy information you can just take a look at.
Oh, there's no
But
doubt.
the other thing out there too is Tillerson.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
is
that's
definitely in play when you have,
There's no doubt.
the biggest CEO in the oil industry in
Yep.
our country about to be our biggest diplomat.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market and see where we're at.
He probably said America's going to drill so much oil. No, I didn't say that, but there's a lot of things he could have said.
Yeah, I suspect,
Because quite a turnaround, especially with the surplus.
yeah.
You're talking about surplus of 4 million barrels versus an estimate of 1.5 million. And rises in the distillates, rises in everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And if we do take a look at some of the, let's go over and take a look at the GDX. So the GDX, a couple of targets want to look at the GDX. The GDX traded down to 2190. You're trading into it's the 2184 and the 2223. Those are your benchmarks out there today.
And those are the highs of those 2 days you're looking at?
It is the high of the 29th and 30th. Those are nice signs of strength out there. The gap top is 2201. You've hit 2190. So, bottom line is that thus far you got a rejection of lower price. Now what you need a sign of strength coming off that. Intraday, that's what we have. We've been down here now for looks like about 50 minutes. At these levels. The way the bonds, the bonds still aren't moving. The bonds are amazing, man. The
bonds are waiting for 11 o'clock.
They are. No, they are. Because I think what you're going to have, I suspect what we're going to have, is that the battle lines that are out here. Do you know what I mean? So, and what I mean specifically is that the corporations versus the new government coming in, it's going to be like who's going to be the winners, who's going to be the losers,
sure,
and what is the PR going to be all behind it, sure, and what are the sales going to be behind
sure.
it? And
we were talking during one of the breaks. There'll definitely be market movement with this press conference, but in reality, I don't. And this is just my personal opinion. Expect very little factual anything to be addressed at 11 o'clock. We'll see if that happens.
Yeah,
but. The market's waiting for it, that's for sure.
10 minutes.
I'm waiting for it, too. Just because I don't expect much doesn't mean I'm not going to have my ears perked up and hear what's going on.
I know.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. And, of course, then we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. Swim lessons. Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself. Andy will be back this afternoon. Coming right back.
Today's Wednesday, Andy's tomorrow.
Oh,
there
sorry.
We're fine.
Tomorrow.
There we go. Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 85. You get the Nasdaq up 4. S&Ps are up 2. You know, what you have out here, which is unusual, which even when we started the program, folks, is that the Nasdaq just can't basically catch a bid. And of course, you know, the Nasdaq has been the one making highs each and every day, no matter what the Dow is doing. So this will be interesting to see how this day goes on. There's no two ways about that because, hey, the small caps, let's see, the small caps are at 32 cents. King Dollar is almost up 800 ticks, so that definitely caught a bid. Still, there's no juice inside that move higher. Let's see, volume-wise, where we're at. You're 21,000, so yeah, it's going to do maybe 34,000, but you're going into, I think, 60. Let me see what we're doing. You get 51,000 there at 102,625, and you get 60,000 that it just overtook. So,
yeah,
yeah, and that good old crude oil, that is wild, man.
Yeah, quite a. So just to put it, that is the 1030 bar when it dropped. That's the 1035 bar. We're looking at 5 minutes, and yeah, so we'll see. You got
what do I need? I need 4 pennies to break even, right?
To the upside right now, yeah. 5 pennies.
It's not bad.
Call it 7 pennies, even combining your commissions in there with $1 on each side. But yeah, you got 4 minutes, and
it's better than losing.
4 minutes is an eternity still. With this type of action.
So it definitely is, and you know,
yeah,
I can't wait to see what really. Move that thing, and is it going to be buying all day long? You know, it looked to me anyway. When we were looking at the chart, you know, here, let's pull up Bloomberg for a second because I'll show you what I was looking for. CLG7. What we're looking for, folks, is that you had this bar over here. There it is, right there. That was the bar. You know, that was the last time on the way down. That was 51.90. And they hit 51.89.
Okay.
It's like, oh man, you know. And now what you did here, though, so check this out. For the rest of the day, you hit this. Is that bar? No, it's not. The first bar had the volume. The second bar didn't. So the spike higher didn't have that volume. But that's pretty intense. We're right at it right now. Well, this is delayed 20 minutes.
Sure.
But bottom line is that's... These are magnets. It's funny, isn't it funny? Like they just bounce back off.
Sure.
Back and forth, back and forth. And if you are day trading, folks, those are the times that you got to get the money off, get the money on, get the money off, get the money on.
So just looking real quick, I'm seeing that rising demand buoys crude amid oil inventories gain. So there's you know what we're talking about in terms of, so there must be demand statistics in there. You know, everybody sees that top line number just like we do.
Right.
And that's the first reaction. And it's not just like a first reaction and then everybody figures out the top line number. It's because they dig deeper in that report.
Yes.
And they're just like we are, where, you know, there's people, computers, whatever, algorithms, trying to dissect what the words in that report, and there's more than just the top line number. But realistically, you're 2 pennies away from break even, and
I like it.
You'll take it with that type of oscillation, especially because when it's going down, up. It's nice because you could have risked a loss there in terms of if it's oscillating around that point.
Well, even if it stayed down on that point, it wasn't down enough for me to make money.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I would have lost maybe half of it.
Even at $51, you would have lost about half of it.
Yeah.
That's because $51.25, you get about $25 back per contract.
Right.
And that's, when people are managing these in the same, and this is all hindsight, so I wouldn't even have 51. If I was going to maybe get out, I would have maybe put it in ahead of time or something like that, but trading both sides of them even on the way out is something to keep in mind.
You stay right there, folks. Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next, and he's going to be with you, of course, when that press conference starts.
He's going to be breaking down the market during the press conference of all press conferences, at least for 2017
Silva.
so far.
Have a great one.
Thanks, man.
Look forward to speaking this afternoon, folks. Have a great one.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.